the Mother-Daughter Grounded Good Wife team. I'm Velia, the history nut and mother.
And I'm Eris, the herbalist.
Unless you've been living under a rock for the last few years, you've probably heard about the bone broth trend. But before you think, oh my God, not another video about bone broth, our approach is kind of different because we believe people just make things too complicated, like blanch the bones, roast the bones, freaking out about the temperature. It's no wonder people don't follow through with making bone broth.
But really, there's nothing new about bone broth. Women always had a big pot of simmering broth or stock on the stove, using the bones left over from a roast chicken or a roast turkey. And that old saying about how good chicken soup is for a cold or flu, that's true, but only if you make it the right way, which really isn't that hard to make it the right way.
Boiled animal bones. So bone broth is a liquid created by boiling bones and vegetables for a long time, like 48 hours. And because that's how long it takes to release the marrow, cartilage, and collagen from the bones.
Bone broth has all kinds of benefits you can read about, but it's really well known for helping digestion, especially things like leaky gut, also helping with skin, immune support, and insomnia. And ever since I was little, whenever I would kneel down, my knees would crack. And then I started drinking bone broth every day, and after a few weeks, I realized that wasn't happening anymore. So that's pretty cool.
So in the years we've been making bone broth, there's been a progression in the way we've actually cooked the bone broth.
So we first started making it in this pot on the stove, which worked, but you couldn't make that much at a time, and also it had to be on the stove for over 48 hours.
Not a good idea to leave your house with the stove on.
So then we moved on to this giant turkey roaster pan, which also worked, but when it came time to wash it, it didn't fit in the sink.
Because it's a giant turkey roasting pan.
And then we discovered the pressure cooker.
And we discovered that this extracts all the beneficial stuff, but it does it in 2 hours. And I actually think it tastes better in the pressure cooker. Generally, we make turkey bone broth because we don't eat chicken. But you could make chicken, turkey, beef, even fish bone broth. The secret is to use good quality bones. And the really good part is that you can reuse the bones. With chicken and turkey bone broth, you can reuse the bones up to 3 times. And for beef bone broth, you can reuse the bones 6 times.
We save vegetable scraps in the freezer, even things like celery tops, leek ends, onion peels, garlic peels, because there's a lot of beneficial stuff in the peels and skins of vegetables.
And it's all going to be strained anyway. Stay grounded!